Without wasting much of your time, we'd like you to talk to us about childbearing and how postpartum became part of it.
Like most illnesses we have these days, there is always a trigger. And in my case was the loss of a child. I had carried the pregnancy to term, and few days before delivery, I lost the baby. So when I lost the baby, I could say I wasn't given proper care from the hospital. It was a case of, oh, you just lost the baby. Sorry about that. And you've been discharged. You can't go home. So I never knew the cause for losing the baby or what I should avoid in subsequent pregnancies. So I had gone home. After about 6-7 months, I had conceived again because I had operation. I was operated the last pregnancy, so I was told to rest for at least 6 months. After resting, of course, you lost a baby, you're eager to have another one. I got pregnant and then everything started coming back. All the fears and everything I had thought went wrong during the first pregnancy, everything came back. So the pregnancy itself was stressful. I was always in and out of my thoughts. Oh, do I lose this baby too? Do I keep this baby till term? What are the things I was supposed to look out for? I didn't get any explanation from any healthcare official. From that moment, I would say I became depressed. Okay.
So when you finally had your child, when did you realize that something was off, something was different after the birth of your child?
I believe it was from the day I delivered. Because I've been looking forward to the delivery. I've had 2 previous C-sections and it has never hurt. But that particular C-section, I felt pain right from the theater. They said I was imagining the pain, that it wasn't there. So a few hours after, I was crying from pain of ulcer. I have yet to see my baby because the moment I delivered, he was taken to the NICU. So when I knew something was wrong was the moment I saw the baby. I felt no joy. There was no happiness. There was nothing. There was a relief that the baby was alive, but that was just it. So at first I thought maybe I was too stressed. If I calm down a bit later, things will be okay. But I think I spent about 5 days in the clinic. But during that time, all I did was just go and feed the baby and go back to my own ward because we were not allowed to be together till they discharged the baby. So I had been in the hospital for more than a month prior to the delivery. And normally in CX, maximum 3-4 days, they've discharged you unless there's a complication. But I've been discharged, but I can't leave because my baby has not been discharged. So I began to get angry. Like, I'm okay, so why do I have to still stay in the clinic? Can't I just go home and then they should just send the baby when it's over? Then I had to rewind back my thoughts, like, why would I think such a thing? This is my baby. Like, so will I be okay? Yeah, will I be okay leaving the baby not knowing exactly what condition the baby is going to be? I'm always moody. I'm alone. I hardly talk to anyone. Then the nightmares came. I always had this vivid image of me harming the baby. I just backed him and then he slipped and fell, which I had never backed him up until that point. My sister does everything. Even on the hospital visits, she's always with the baby. Let's just say all I had was breast milk to offer. Vivid images of me killing the babies with my own 2 hands. Either I drop the baby and then the head bursts open, or sometimes it's even actually me with a weapon harming the baby. So I got scared because it stopped from the nightmares and then I started having the thoughts in daylight. That was after my sister had left. I was left alone with the baby. So I could just sit down and just think, oh, what if I drop this baby? So when I begin to have thoughts like that, I began to fear for the baby's life and for my own sanity. So I stopped staying at home. I started going to my neighbor's house. I stay with her till evening. When my husband is back, I come home.
So when you were referred to a behavioral mental center, how did you feel? Because when someone hears that,
I felt I was crazy. I had started believing I was crazy since I had the thought of harming my child. So I felt, oh, they have finally admitted my insanity, because nobody who is sane will just deliver and think of killing their child. So I thought they've confirmed to me that something definitely is wrong with me. I am not normal. I am not like others.
so before going to the hospital, how were you able to confine in your family? What was the help? How, did your family and your spouse, were they able to help, or were they even contributing to your current situation?
Before I had gone to the clinic, I would say things were just how they were, because even I had not figured out exactly what was wrong with me. So I didn't know what to expect if I had told them. All I told them was that I had gone to the hospital and they referred me to another hospital to get diagnosed. So I was going to go to the other hospital, and then whatever we discuss from them, I would get back. And then my mom especially just believed I needed to pray more. She thought maybe I wasn't praying enough, or I wasn't praying hard enough. So every other day I had a special prayers to make. So I felt bad when I confirmed my problem was in fact not spiritual. How do I break this to her? How do I make her understand that it has never been a spiritual problem? It was a mental problem. I wouldn't say it was unheard of where I come from, but they've always linked everything spiritually. If you know, they say it's jinns, it's shaitan, you don't pray enough. So telling somebody and trying to change her mindset towards that was difficult. I don't even think till date she believed what I went through was legitimate. I just made her believe I prayed and it worked out.
How have this situation, how have it like separated you from the child up until now? Does it have a side effect with the relationship you have with that particular baby now, even after maybe you must have been healed from the postpartum depression?
I would say I recently started bonding with my baby, because few months, he's 2 now actually. So few months ago, I wouldn't even want him to sit too close to me.
Why?
I just felt uncomfortable. It's like I don't even know this child, because the time I had to bond and actually know him, I was trying to run away from harming him. So I don't really know him that well. Every other day he's at my mom's house.
But what was that thought you used to have before thinking, oh, I want to harm this child?
It just creeps up. I might just be thinking, oh, what do I want to have for dinner? What am I cooking? Oh, say I want to peel yam. If I pick up the knife, what if I hit? Or what if I stab this? You see how the train of thought goes? It's like it's just a normal thought, and then in less than a minute it becomes dark.
What were you running away from? What were you trying to draw back your experience?
Discrimination. Not everybody would understand what you're going through. So I didn't want to be looked at as a crazy person, like who thinks of harming their own child. So whenever I go there, I just try as much as I can to appear lively, and then we just discuss, we talk about everything and nothing, and then it's all fun, and then I'm always pretending to be